party leaders, present and future members of Parliament, party supporters, members of the media, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Doctors Kendall Major and Danny Johnson have provided an accurate and appropriate detailed explanation for the second summit, which follows the recent successful Eastern Region gathering of the Progressive Liberal Party. As mentioned, the theme of this three-day summit is job creation and empowerment. Focus, enthusiastic, and dedicated leadership is paramount to job creation. As the record is clear, that those who are presently charged with that sacred responsibility have failed our people miserably. I am obliged to remind my fellow Bahamians that the Free National Movement, in their 2007 manifesto, promised to strengthen the economy, promote increased Bahamian ownership and wealth, and create new high-quality jobs. Hubert Ingraham and the FNM's failure, due to massive mismanagement of the economy, have resulted in much pain and suffering for Bahamians, who are deeply frustrated and terribly disappointed. The level of unemployment and underemployment in this country are staggering. Job losses, which continue to escalate under the FNM, are widely accepted as having begun its downward spiral with the cancellation of legitimate contracts executed by Perry Christie's government. These cancellations were challenged in the courts, and the result of one in particular has blown up in the government's face. The taxpayers are now obliged to carry the heavy financial burden in the millions of dollars of this example, the Nassau straw market. The services of long-time custom, immigration, and police officers have been terminated, and their lives and that of their families are in constant turmoil as unemployment carries an array of emotion ranging from stress and fear to anxiety and depression. Unemployment contributes to low self-esteem and to family instability, deteriorating families' relations, and in some cases, domestic violence. Positive lessons learned will no doubt emerge from those who cope well with unemployment. But the immediate goal of surviving emotionally and financially until persons have a clear direction for themselves and their families will have an unimaginable toils on many families. Mr. Ingraham told the Bahamian people, and I trust you will remember, that he needed money and therefore sold 51% of Patelco at a fire sale price, resulting in some 300 plus jobs, high quality paying jobs, being outsourced to Jamaica, and at the same time granting work permits to non-Bahamians for jobs at BTC. Hardest hit by job losses have been in Grand Bahama, the so-called FNM country, where job losses continue to escalate almost daily, with no known plan by the government to reverse this depressing trend. All of the above sadly speaks to the deterioration of our standard of living and to the thousands of Bahamian families sinking below the poverty level. Plenty of our people are catching hell, ladies and gentlemen. This in turn speaks more precisely to the escalating incidents of crime and murder, rather than the recent utterance of a minister who laid the blame on the rise in crime and murders on the backs of Bahamian families. Note the fact that many Bahamian families have been reduced to living from day to day in desperate conditions and situations. Note the fact that thousands of well-educated Bahamians are without jobs and without hope. Note the fact that great numbers of persons graduating from high school and colleges during the past 4 years are still without employment. The FNM has demonstrated that they no longer have the passion or vision. Mr. Ingraham told the Bahamian people on September the 6th of this year, and I quote, "No new job growth is expected for the next year and a year and a half." Clearly, this was an acceptance and acknowledgement by the Prime Minister of failure, which further delays the fulfillment of the F&M pledge to the Bahamian people. What will be the results of this apathy and lack of vision? Immeasurable suffering inflicted upon many of our people. Bahamians in the past aptly and simply described this by saying, "While the grass is growing, the horse is starving." What kind of message did those callous remarks send to thousands of Bahamians who are desperately searching for a job to save their family homes that are under foreclosures? The thousands of distressed homes listed in the newspapers daily confirm this cruel and heartbreaking reality. Ladies and gentlemen, ever so often in the course of human history, there is a time of transition. Ever so often in the course of history of a nation and a people, a new generation emerges upon the scene with fresh breath of vision, with new hope, and with new aspiration. Those were the quote from Sir Lynden Pinlin in his book, The Vision of Sir Lynden. The Progressive Liberal Party has a plan for job creation and the empowerment of our people. Bahamians want to work, and it is the obligation of a responsive government to create that environment that permits the expansion of the economy. A new PLP government will move with alacrity to generate jobs and ownership opportunities as it did in 2002 to 2007, when some 23,000 new jobs were created. We invite all to attend and listen to the various presentations by a fusion of talent, a cadre of talented and new generational trailblazers and experienced leaders, sharing a new vision, hope, and aspiration for our nation and experienced leaders. A PLP government headed by the Right Honorable Perry Gladstone Christie stands ready to rescue the Bahamas from the abyss this clueless and visionless F&M government through mismanagement has taken our Bahamaland. Thank you.